morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. My name is Lysander Xanthus, and I will be sharing with you the day's astrology, numerology, a card reading, crystal healing, and more. Today is December 18th, 2019. Also, I'd like to say happy holidays, everyone, whatever it is you're celebrating this season. I'd like to start the day with a little clearing and blessing. So I'm going to be using the selenite here to gently brush your energy, to send you peace and calm. I bless you that you may find a little more love for yourself today. I bless your day to be full of success, good experiences, and good company. You have a wonderful day ahead of you. Be blessed. All right, let us start with the astrology for today. So the Sun and Mercury are in Sagittarius, so the emphasis here is on our perspectives expanding and making discoveries about ourselves and exploring the way we've been doing things, and if we'd like to go beyond that. Especially with Mercury, the emphasis is on the way we think, how we communicate with others, and the way we express ourselves. So maybe expanding and discovering new ways of doing that and new parts of ourselves to express. Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and Pluto are all in Capricorn. So this lends us the lesson of if we're feeling trapped or restricted in any situation or relationship right now, especially in our romantic relationships, relationships with our family, in our home life, in our opportunities or our personal growth. We're being asked to realize that how our choices have led us to our current position, and to know that it is up to us to get ourselves out by exercising that sense of self-sufficiency and leadership, rather than waiting on the other people or the situations to change it themselves. These planets suggest that they will not. It'll have to be your choice and your action. Mars is in Scorpio, lending us a push of initiative in this regard by connecting us to our deeper feelings. It also makes the way that we really feel about our relationships and situation a lot more difficult to ignore. Neptune is in Pisces, so we also have deeper intuitive information rising to consciousness for us to use if we choose it, to guide us forward in this time. Uranus is in Taurus, in retrograde. So this is a time of reassessing things and reviewing our comfort zone. If the way we have been existing is a way we want to continue to exist, especially if the way our mind and who we are as a person, we like to continue in that way or not. The moon is waning in Virgo, so our attention is turning inward. bless you for bringing me coffee. The moon is in Virgo, so we may be feeling a desire to help others, a desire for things to be in their place, everything to be an exact way. We might be feeling especially fussy or finicky today. Oh no. I like Virgo, but admittedly it can make us a little more particular.
Your fiance has enough Virgo problems.
On the other side, we may be more naturally inclined to being organized and structured, and Virgo is also very intelligent. So that's kind of the gist of it. There's always a good side and a negative side to every sign and astrological event. So on the bright side, we may be finding ourselves clearer minded, especially in regards to how we want to help others. That's today's astrology. And next is the numerology. Today is the 18th, so it is a 9-day. A 9 vibration exudes leadership and humanitarian instincts. 9 is also a day of endings. The 18th of the month, this 9-day is a positive day, a day of personal satisfaction coupled with fulfilled ambitions. Do something special for your family. They will really appreciate it. Release all that no longer benefits you. Ideas, habits, and relationships. If you have some things in your homes that you have wanted to get rid of, today's the day. Throw things out or give them to the Goodwill. You will not regret it. So yes, it's typically a day of ending, so it's a good time to clear things out. In just a moment, we will be moving on to the crystal healing of the day. But I would like to enjoy some coffee first. I hope everyone is doing well today. While we are taking a super brief pause, let me know if there's anything you would like to see in the Morning Metaphysical Report. It's time for the crystal healing.
Shall I do something for you?
The coffee's especially good today. I don't know if you guys are coffee aficionados. I like to have mine French press, so all the oils are in the cup. It has a fuller body. And today it's freshly ground beans. That's exciting. Alright, we have our crystal of the day. Thank you, my love.
That's my friend.
This is the golden calcite, I believe.
That's right. My new one's
As you can see, it is very reflective and shiny. So I'm going to be telling you about golden calcite in just a moment. And of course, you are going to experience its energy for yourself. So, golden calcite is associated with self-esteem and self-worth. The golden, glowing color and crystalline structure bring out the emotional and mental confidence that you have in your subconscious. connects you to your higher self. Golden calcite draws high frequencies of golden light and divinity into the earth plane. Use it to draw in higher spiritual frequencies. Golden calcite helps to ease transitions by helping to release old beliefs and integrate new beliefs that better support you in your everyday reality. Use golden calcite to discover the habits and beliefs that limit you and to give you the ability to release them and use that energy to empower yourself. Great. This is excellent for a day of releasing. So if you would like to participate in this crystal healing, just make yourselves comfortable, breathe, relax, and allow yourself to receive the energy. On each of your hands next, the left hand. The right. Just watching its energy move through the energy body. allow yourself to release as you breathe out. Imagine breathing out all the things that are no longer serving you. Allow this golden energy to help you in pushing it all out. Concludes the crystal healing with calcite. Let's take a moment to sit in the energy that we've received. We will be moving on to the affirmation for today. I'm going to be saying this affirmation to you the first few times, because I would really like you to focus on hearing the words and taking them in, rather than worrying about saying them. I let life flow through me. I am willing to live. All is well. I let life flow through me. I am willing to live. All is well. You let life flow through you. You are willing to live. All is well. I let life flow through me. I am willing to live. All is well. Now let's say it together 3 times. I let life flow through me. I am willing to live. All is well. I let life flow through me. I am willing to live. All is well. I let life flow through me. I am willing to live. All is well. Let us sit with those words. While you do so, I'm going to put a little incense around your energy. Breathe it in. Breathe in blessing and good fortune, and allow the smoke to clear away all that does not belong with you. Take it in and take that life in. Put some around myself. tip, I don't do a tip every day, but today's quick tip. When you're clearing with incense, some of the most important points you can use the incense to clear are the palms of your hands, the soles of your feet. Obviously, you're not going to see me do that because I stop camera. And I find across the shoulders to be an important point. Across the shoulders, the back of head and neck, and the same in front and the third eye. Be careful, don't get the smoke in your eye or up your nose, it will irritate you. Your hands and feet are important points to clear because they are how you take in or put out energy. Across the shoulders and neck are important because that is where a common area we hold energetic burdens. For that same reason, you could clear the abdominal area because we hold emotions there, but mostly this is to clear things that you've picked up throughout the day or especially from other people. That's where we tend to hold it. And of course the third eye to clear anything that's been picked up there. So there you go. And now it is time for the card reading for today. Now, which deck do we want to use today? You got it. So today's reading comes from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Hey, honey. Come here.
We're being a mother today.
Come here. Come here. So I'm going to be doing a reading for all of you that is going to give you insight and guidance into the day ahead. She walked to Mama's desk.
She didn't throw in between her two big people.
Not quite. Alright. We've got some cards. I see. So we have 3 cards here that I will be sharing with you. You may find that the entire reading is applicable to yourself or just part of it. Because this is an oracle deck, each card has an entire entry, which I like to read, but I will also offer my own interpretation at the end. So first, we begin with intuition. Intuition is the language of the soul. When this card shows up in a reading, it's a clear message that it's time for you to use your intuition. Just give it a chance and you'll quickly notice how it might be trying to get your attention. With so much information in the world vying for your every thought, it's easy to ignore or fail to acknowledge your insights. Synchronicities and so-called coincidences are powerful signs that intuition is knocking on your door. Have you heard a phrase or saying repeated by more than one person today? Do the same numbers keep showing up in your life? Has someone mentioned the name of a specific individual whom you were just thinking of? These are all signals for you to pause, be open, and pay attention. This is a perfect time to seek the answers from within. Turn inward where you'll find the solutions and valuable insights that are waiting to assist you. When you learn to use and trust your intuition, you'll begin to have a sense of not only the right timing, but you'll also begin to perceive people and situations with a deeper, more discerning eye. You'll not only observe beneath and beyond what's actually in front of you, you'll see the real deal. It definitely takes practice to recognize intuition and to pick out its meaning. But the only way to get better at it is to use it. The next two cards are kind of part of one thought, or they're connected ideas. So the second card is disruption. A sudden, usually unforeseen disruption or major change is happening or is about to take place. Even if it appears to be a negative experience, it can lead to enlightenment or a total shift in your lifestyle. In traditional tarot meanings, this card represents the falling tower that eventually crumbles due to its weak foundation. Whichever part of your life you focus on, this is an opportunity to rebuild with a solid positive structure to make you or the situation even stronger. There are times when the most difficult situations arise in your life. If you choose to, they can act as a catalyst to heal other areas. They're beneficial because they're truly your greatest teachers. Learn from past mistakes, accept them, and integrate them into your life as stepping stones. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This disruption card is a reminder that negative thinking, limiting beliefs, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyles must be addressed so that positive changes can take place. Life has a habit of moving you forward whether you are ready or not. Transformation of body, mind, and soul can happen if you view this dramatic time or change as an opportunity for growth. In the future, you may look back and be thankful for this opportunity. I also feel like part of the disruption card is saying that for some of you, disruption may be the thing that is necessary to create change or the positive life that you want for yourself. If you've gotten yourself so stuck in your current circumstances, sometimes the way out is for everything to be shaken up, or everything has to be moved out of the way. The card that follows it is discontent and boredom. This card signifies a time when you may experience stagnation, discontent, and boredom. Feelings of restlessness and impatience surround you. A relationship, project, or situation isn't moving forward fast enough and could be draining you emotionally and energetically. Just trying to turn the page with one hand. You are longing for change, and although one door may be closing, don't focus all of your energy on it, as opportunity will soon knock. A window or another door could quickly open, and if your attention and awareness isn't focused, you could easily miss it. Watch for synchronistic events that bring things to you. Any of these things coming into your life could possibly hold a message for you. Have faith in divine timing and know that everything changes for a reason. This card acts as a reminder that it's a perfect time to reevaluate and search within your heart and soul for fresh insights. I feel like that kind of brings us full circle back to intuition. So, first card suggests that you really ought to pay attention to your sense of inner truth, your deeper knowing, your deeper feelings and instincts. These two cards, I feel because they're together, it's saying, this card is saying that you're stagnant and you're kind of feeling frustrated with your current circumstances. But I feel disruption, like I was saying earlier, really suggests that it's necessary to shake things up. It's kind of like the life that you want for yourself isn't possible if you also want to keep what you have currently in your life. It's like the way your life is now is an obstacle to your desires. You're living against yourself. And this can frequently be very unpleasant to correct. But it's just saying that's the situation at hand. And it brings you back to intuition to know what the correct way forward for you is. Only you know that. So that is today's card reading. I'll see if the cards in it have anything else to say, but I suspect not. My fiance's desk is next to mine, so she took a picture of our cat on the desk.
Kitty on the desk.
She looks enormous in this picture.
She is enormous. That's my whole desk.
Yeah.
But it was too cute not to take a picture. She's too cute not to take a picture.
It doesn't look like the cards have anything else to say, so again, I'll just kind of emphasize the point that, a lot of times people will fight for and argue to keep their limitations and the way things are, and then they wonder why nothing gets better, nothing changes. That kind of reminds me of this reading, where to get what you want, all the things you have currently, the choices you've made for yourself that have put you in your current situation currently are not conducive to the things you want. That concludes the card reading for today. So I'm going to put these away here.
She's taking her palm. She's cuddling her
Oh.
head on it, so
Oh,
when you leave it, you're just gonna have to be
sweet. Got me thinking if I can angle the camera that way so everyone can see her holding your hand.
I took a picture of her holding that one.
So, one more cat picture and that's it. She is black, so it might be a bit hard to see, but she likes to hold her hands. It is a bit difficult to see. You just see like a black mass wrapped around your hand.
Yeah. she's our black spot.
I know. Well, you get the idea.
She's a happy baby right now.
Anywho, we are coming up to our reading for the day. Oh, hello everyone on Periscope. I'm not doing individual readings though. You will have to check out my other videos for that, which are on Facebook.
Oh, there goes all of my windows. We just kicked the mouse and closed everything.
Okay. Alright, so our reading for today comes from The Power Is Within You by Louise Hay. Reading this book has been part of an ongoing discussion of how to manifest the things we desire in our lives. And this is kind of like, bless you, working on ourselves. And reading this is also kind of like giving you food for thought for the day, things to kind of ruminate and think over. We are reading through the chapter Understanding the Blocks That Bind You. So this is very exciting. Excuse me. Think of what you want to become true for yourself. State them in positive, not negative affirmations. Now go to the mirror and repeat your affirmations. See what obstacles are in your way. When you begin to state an affirmation like, I love and approve of myself, really pay attention to what negative messages come up, because as you recognize them, they become the treasures that will unlock the door to your freedom. Usually the messages are one of the four mentioned earlier: criticism, fear, guilt, or resentment. And most likely you learned these messages from people back there in one's past. Some of you have chosen some difficult tasks to handle in this lifetime, and it is my belief that we really come here to love ourselves in spite of what they say or do. We can always go beyond our parents' or our friends' limitations. If you are a good little girl or boy, you learned your parents' limited way of looking at life. You see, you are not bad. You are ideal children. You learned exactly what your parents taught you. Now that you are grown up, you're doing the same thing. How many of you hear yourself saying what your parents used to say? Congratulations. They are very good teachers and you are very good students, but now it is time for you to begin to think for yourself. A lot of us may face resistance when we look in the mirror and repeat our affirmations. However, resistance is the first step to change. Most of us want our lives to change, but when we are told that we have to do something different, we say, "Who, me? I don't want to do that." Others may experience feelings of despair. Often, if you look at the mirror and say, "I love you," the little child inside says, "Where have you been all this time? I've been waiting for you to notice me." Waves of sadness come up because you have been rejecting the little child for a long, long time. When I did this exercise in one of my workshops, a woman said she was very, very scared. I asked her what frightened her, and she shared the fact that she was an incest survivor. Many of us have had this experience called incest, and we are learning to come through it. It's interesting that it occurs so often on our planet. We read so much about it these days, yet I don't think it is happening any more now than it ever did. We have advanced to a state where now we feel that children have rights, and we are allowing ourselves to see this ugly sore in society. In order to release the problem, we have to first recognize it, and then we can work through it. Therapy is so important for survivors. We need a safe space where we can work through these feelings. When we have let the anger and rage and shame out, then we move to the space where we can love ourselves. No matter what we are working on, we just want to remember that the feelings that come up are just feelings. We are not in the experience anymore. We need to work on making the inner child feel safe. We have to thank ourselves for having had the courage to survive that experience. Sometimes when we are dealing with an issue such as incest, it's difficult to accept that the other person was doing the best they could at the time with the understanding and awareness and knowledge they had. Acts of violence always come from people who are violated themselves. We all need healing. When we learn to love and cherish who we are, we will no longer harm anyone. The next section is stop all criticism. When we are dealing with criticism, we are usually criticizing ourselves all the time for the same things over and over. When are we going to wake up and learn that criticism doesn't work? Let's try another tactic. Let's approve of ourselves as we are right now. Critical people often attract a lot of criticism because it is their pattern to criticize. What we give out, we often get back. They may also need to be perfect at all times. Who's perfect? Have you ever met a perfect person? I haven't. If we complain about another person, we are really complaining about some aspect of ourselves. Everyone is a reflection of us, and what we see in another person, we see in ourselves. Many times we don't want to accept parts of who we are. The many ways we treat ourselves are ways of beating up on ourselves for not being perfect. But being perfect for who? Whose early demands and expectations are we still trying to meet? Be willing to let that go. Just be. You will find that you are wonderful just as you are this very moment. If you've always been a critical person who sees life through very negative eyes, it's going to take time for you to turn yourself around to be more loving and accepting. You will learn to be patient with yourself as you practice letting go of the criticism, which is only a habit, not the reality of your being. Can you imagine how wonderful it would be if we could live our lives without ever being criticized by anyone? We would feel totally at ease, totally comfortable. Every morning would be a wonderful new day because everyone would love you and accept you, and nobody would criticize you or put you down. You can give this happiness to yourself by becoming more accepting of the things that make you unique and special. The experience of living with yourself can be the most wonderful experience imaginable. You can wake up in the morning and feel the joy of spending another day with you. When you love who you are, you automatically bring out the best in you. I'm not saying you will be a better person because that implies you're not good enough now. However, you will find more positive ways to fulfill your needs and to express more of who you really are. So I'll be ending the reading here. If you'd like to hear more from this book, you can join me again tomorrow. So I will be bringing the Morning Metaphysical Report to a close in just a moment. I do want to say that my inbox is always open for anyone who would like to ask questions or seek advice through there. If you enjoyed the Morning Metaphysical Report, I encourage you to like, follow, or subscribe to my page or channel. If you visit my Facebook page, the link is in the description of the video. You will find a lot of other content that I produce, including reading videos, moon rituals, and discussion of different metaphysical topics. So if any of that interests you, I encourage you to like and follow the page there. If you would like more information about myself, my partner, and what's behind the Morning Metaphysical Report, I encourage you to go to patreon.com/freedomdreamcoaching. That link is also in the description, and to learn more about us and what we're working towards and ways you can get involved and support and perks you can receive in return. I think that's all I wanted to say. This weekend is my next live Q&A video. The topic is your spiritual path, so if you would like to join me for a discussion about what it means to be on a spiritual journey and what's ahead for you in particular, I'll be doing a few mini readings and kind of discussing the topic generally and answering questions anyone may have about their own path. So I believe that's this Saturday. Check out the events page on my Facebook page to find the exact time for your time zone. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me today for this morning report. It's been a pleasure having you all join me, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. I will also be live later today, so you're welcome to catch me for that. Be blessed and have a wonderful day.